You ever hear teachers talk about how some other teachers just have it, whatever it may be, when it comes to bonding with students? I agree. Some teachers do have a certain something, a difficult to define quality that makes them inherently better at fostering a relationship supporting a positive classroom climate. What I do not agree with is the label that many people ascribe to that elusive quality, charisma. Charisma doesn't cut it as a go-to strategy for classroom management or really anything else. If you are charismatic, it will open the door to positive relationships. But if you rely on it, then enjoy your luck running out in short order. Charisma is a veneer that will be worn through by anything beyond the superficial interactions of what we must do in our day-to-day operations of a school and a classroom. So if it isn't charisma, then what is it? I'm of the belief that it is actually 3 or 4 habits that through subtle practice are performed consistently by teachers that have it. Over the next few weeks, Mark and I are going to devote some time we think will help you develop these skills that collectively and consistently trump whatever charisma is. The first one we're going to start with today is eye contact. Good teachers consistently make eye contact with students, both in the whole classroom setting and in one-on-one interactions. Eye contact is one of the basic ways that humans bond. It does us good to remember research has shown both students and teachers are consistently human and are subject to that bonding intervention. This may seem simple, but we live in an age where it is far too easy to disregard eye contact. Early in my teaching career, one of the things that distracted me from consistent eye contact was the bright and shiny technological marvel of a computer the school district provided for use in my own classroom. Once I had my students rolling with independent work, I would sit down at the computer and I would begin to answer emails and enter grades. In doing so, my proximity and my eye contact fell into instant disrepair. For example, when students came to me to ask for help with a question, my assistance devolved in an order something like this. The answer is one of our 3 branches of government. I will give you a hint. It's not the one that's responsible for writing the laws. That leaves you with 2 options. See what you can find and check back with me. Then it became, it's got to be legislative, executive, or judicial. Look at the definitions we wrote yesterday. To the answers on page 67, to the answers on page 67 in the 3rd paragraph, to the answers on page 67 in the 3rd paragraph in bold, to maybe you should just skip this one and work on another question. All the while, my attention was focused primarily on the screen and the other tasks I was trying to address so that I could use my plan time later to actually plan. What I'm saying is I could rationalize a good intent for my computer time, but I was for sure dropping the ball. Fortunately, I realized the error of my ways. I moved my computer out of my classroom and into my office, eliminating what I allowed to be a distraction really made me focus on my eye contact and attention. It was a pretty easy fix once I quit rationalizing and owned up to what I needed to get better. However, things have changed. Instead of one screen in a classroom, everybody has a screen. In some cases, we check out a school-issued screen for each student to use. We have a huge screen in most classrooms, and almost everybody is carrying a tiny screen with them that is buzzing and flashing and beeping for attention all the time. The tech companies have us all believe that these are notifications. I wish they would change their vernacular and even the wording in the settings of our phones to say distractions instead of notifications. Now, more than ever, we have so many things competing for our attention and our eye contact. And I am as guilty as anybody as far as being susceptible to these distractions. I confess I have on occasion been in the midst of cafeteria supervision when a kindergarten says something so cute that I have to tweet it because, you know, that's a paramount priority. And while I'm tweeting this, I miss who knows how many subtle yet valuable interactions that include eye contact. All the technology isn't just a distraction. It is an important, borderline essential component to what we do as educators. But for all the magic that technology can work, it cannot replace the bonding that occurs when we are face to face with our students. Good teachers engage in this eye contact, not incidentally, but intentionally. They give their students the attention they deserve, and in doing so, they are investing in their students. Positive and productive relationships that enhance the school experience and in turn foster learning are the returns we get on that investment. It is no accident that most of the missions that Mark and I construct involve face-to-face contact with an opportunity for some intentional eye contact that otherwise might not have been part of your week. This is just one of the 4 skills that Mark and I are going to be describing in the weeks to come. So, make eye contact a priority for this week. See how it feels to make it happen intentionally, while knowing that it isn't just incidental, but essential to the bonds we foster with our students. As always, you can find more at missionmonday.com. Mark and I would be super cool. We'll stop in to see you guys sometime if you're interested in having us do some professional development. Check us out at missionmonday.com for all that contact information and all our social media. We'll see you next time.